The Occupy Wall Street movement is into its third week in New York City. Protesters are getting big union support now and the backing of like-minded groups in other North American cities. Here in Canada, protesters are mobilizing in Vancouver, Montreal, and here in Toronto. They will begin their occupation here in Canada in 10 days' time. My next guest is involved in organizing Occupy Toronto, which will take over Toronto's Bay Street on October the 15th. And get this, Brian Batty, who's my guest, is actually a business administration student at Toronto's Humber College, and he joins me now to explain. Okay, first of all, what are you planning to do?
We're planning to take over a public park starting on October 15th, rallying anyone who has had any grievance with the way corporations are run here in Canada and around the world, because we are dealing with a global economy. Through that, we begin to have open forums, focus groups, open discussions about any matter of issues that affect Canadians caused by corporate America.
Brian, let me ask you this. So will we see the kinds of scenes that we've seen in the United States? I don't know if we have any pictures of those, but will we see the kinds of, Wall Street, thousands of people walking up and down Bay Street, or are you going to stay confined to the park?
We will be marching. There's not much point in calling it a protest or any form of a resistance movement if we don't have marches. We're working out, discussing those between our logistics coordinators and our marshals right now. We're also trying to work with the Toronto Police Services to ensure that everyone's safety is still met, because this is a non-violent, peaceful resistance movement. It's about civil disobedience, not civil destruction.
Okay, so you don't want to see those, what they call the people who dress in black show up and hell-bent on destruction when they come into these kinds
exactly.
of things.
But we also feel that opening discussions with people who feel that the only solution is violence. By talking to these people, perhaps we can actually not persuade them, but also help them realize that violence isn't the answer right now.
How long are you going to stay in protest?
Until our demands are met.
What demands?
As an official spokesperson for Occupy Toronto, I'm not an official spokesperson for Occupy Toronto. No person should speak for anyone else but themselves.
But how can people meet your demands if they don't know what they are?
If someone sitting at home has to ask what are the demands against corporate Canada, against corporations in Canada and what they've done to this society, then I think they have too much money.
Okay, but humor me.
But humor you, okay?
Humor me, because the thing is that people may have so many different. Just want to know what the problem is. Like, give some examples of what you see as the problem here. I mean,
you could talk about, obviously the tar sands is a huge issue. Royal Bank of Canada funds the tar sands operation. It is destroying the environment out there. There are workers out there that are saying that they want a better quality of work, and it's not being given to them. It's also displacing thousands upon thousands of Indigenous people off their sacred and sovereign territory. Healthcare. We have people in Canada who are being refused to be seen by doctors, by Health Canada, because Pfizer, the drug company, has lobbied them to silence these people. And now this system is in court. This is a gentleman by the name of Tim Morley. He had to go to the United States to receive a scan to show that he had a hole in his heart caused by Celebrex with Pfizer.
That's his allegation.
That is out.
Okay, and I want to, problems with the healthcare, problems with the way the oil sands are run and its impact on the environment, issues with that.
And the Indigenous people is a very important issue to us right now.
Okay. Are there other issues as well that you're dealing with?
I mean, the industry of student debt, in how people expect every young person in Canada to go to school, to go get an education, something that we're told we are responsible for and that we will have a better life to do it. But our parents don't have the money to support us, so we have to go to OSAP. And the system is designed to keep us continuously in debt. We come out of school, $20,000, $30,000 in debt, $40,000, some kids $50,000, and then we have to accept whatever job comes our way, because there's not enough jobs for students entering into the workforce. It's a lot of service jobs that pay next to minimum wage, if not minimum wage. And so then we have to buy a credit card to get the things that, you know, we feel are the niceties in life. And it's just a continuous system of debt that is designed to make profit off of poverty.
For who?
For the corporations, for
Big
the financial
corporations, small corporations?
No, for the large financial institutions. I mean, people have to understand, if a corporation has ethical business practices, this isn't about them. This is about unethical behavior amongst our corporate elite in Canada and around the world.
All right. Well, we'll leave it there with you. Brian Batty, I want to thank you for coming in and relenting and explaining your demands.
They're not official. Thank you.
Brian Batty is with the Occupy TO group in Toronto, which will be starting its protests here in Toronto in 10 days' time. Thanks again.
You're welcome.